With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Colonial Clash Racing Series trucks bring you round 1 of the playoffs here in season number 2, right here from Chicagoland Speedway in the Pro Cup 135. That's right, 90 laps around this 1.5 mile super speedway. Really, for these truck series drivers, they're going to be on the gas pretty much all night long, maybe a little bit of trail braking if you're in a draft with a handful of other drivers. We'll see how things shake out here tonight in the Pro Cup 135. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. 5-minute qualifying session already underway. We'll get some of the timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen once drivers begin to turn in those time lapse. We'll get to some of the point standings here as well in just a few moments. 16 drivers vying for 8 positions when we head to Iowa next week, then to Phoenix to round out the Season 2 championship right here in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. There you can see and hear Kyle Harbin down on the track. He's going to bring his 34 to life and try to lay down some fast times. Looks like we've got a handful of drivers turning in some lap times now. What do you say we throw timing and scoring over to the left-hand side of your screen? Justin Batillo going to take the top spot. Quick time here in qualifying, 31:04. Batillo going to take that top spot away from Tyler Bellinger, who was top of the speed charts in happy hour. There's Cody Brown. He's going to park his 17 Toyota Tundra right there in that second position. Music will begin to fade out and away, and we will begin to watch the time fade away here in qualifying halfway through this 5-minute qualifying session. And Justin Batillo leads the field, 15 drivers on the speed charts. Handful of drivers yet to put in a time. Lap the 41 of John G. He's yet to lay down his first time. Kyle Harbin, a little bit of a rough go at it. He's back out trying to lay down his time. Tyler Rex also trying to put down a fast time. And new leader here in qualifying, 89 Chevy Silverado of Matt Horton. Going to take the top spot now. Fast time, 31:02 for Horton. 23 truck drivers making their way to the Speedway here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway for the Pro Cup Racing Experience 135. Do want to give a big time shout out to tonight's title sponsor, Pro Cup Racing Experience. If you're looking to try to climb in a car that's been out there on the track competing with some of the top series stock cars, getting that real racing experience, look no further than Pro Cup Racing Experience. That's Pro Cup Racing Experience. Find them on the web at www.procuprace.com. 60 seconds remaining on the stopwatch. Just 3 drivers yet to put in their time lap. Matt Horton still leads the front of this field. The 89 Chevy Silverado breaking up that front row lockout of Tundras. Horton still has the pole position. 31:02 is the quick time. Scott Baker yet to put in his time lap. Also newcomer here tonight in the 22 Toyota Tundra. Juan Yemez right there trying to put in his time lap. Looks like he's still standing outside of the truck down there on pit road. So Jimenez not going to lay down a time lap. I don't believe he's going to have time. The last 20 seconds remain. And that's going to be it for qualifying. Matt Horton takes the pole position here tonight to begin the championship rundown. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back trackside with your national anthem.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in
and we join the track with drivers back out with a quick little warm-up here, allotted some time to try to shake down their machines, make some final pre-race adjustments. Moments ago, we watched Matt Horton take the top spot in qualifying. Horton, one of those drivers listed in that championship rundown. We mentioned those point standings moments ago. Heading into qualifying, what do you say we utilize this opportunity to bring you the rundown, let you see how it all shakes out before we get to tonight's Pro Cup 135, brought to you by the Pro Cup Racing Experience. Playoff race number 1 begins here tonight. Justin Patillo sits at the top of the speed charts with an extra 5 bonus points in his back pocket to start this championship round. Zachary Cleek, Thad Failer right there, Scott Mayhew, Matt Horton, all of those drivers all the way down through Tyler Woodard sitting right there inside that championship rundown. We're going to keep our eye heavily on those top 16. But don't forget about the fight with the drivers on the outside of that championship. Guy Clem, Brian Parker right there. Look at those two. Just 1 point separate those two drivers coming into tonight's race here at Chicagoland Speedway. A little further back through your championship points, there you see Todd Cleek also on the verge of being right in the mix of this battle. There you see rookie Tyler Bellinger right there. 140 points. Got a little bit of a late start on it here, but still clicking off some fast times. Still putting some drivers on notice. Bellinger very quick in happy hour. Decent qualifying effort here tonight. He'll start inside of your top 15. As we have the final 3 minutes here in this quick little warm-up session, get a little closer to the track. What do you say, race fans? Try to bring you some more great action shots. Now looking inside of turn number 1, just past the exit of pit road. A lot of truck drivers out there laying down some fast times. Scott Baker, David Pugh, Zachary Cleek, Justin Patillo in the 64 Toyota Tundra. He's out on track. Todd Cleek in his Ford F-150 also on track, turning multiple laps here in this quick little short 6-minute warm-up session. Jonathan Golden, top of the speed charts right now. He's laid down a quick time. Looks like that's faster than our pole position here tonight. Jonathan Golden looks like he has found some pace. The 86, top of the speed charts here with only 2 minutes remaining in our short warm-up session here tonight. While we find a little bit more time on our hands, want to take a moment to have a big shout out to the multiple different sponsors here in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Eurotech, one of the sponsors here with the series. Eurotech here for all of your sales and services of Haas CNC machinery. That's way above my pay grade. I don't think I could ever figure that one out for you. So if you're looking for a little bit of help, or you're looking to buy a great CNC machine, check out Eurotech. Goose Graphics, supporting all of your iRacing simulator and decal needs. If you're looking for a wrap, you're looking to get some decals to slap on your cars, look no further than Goose Graphics. Audit Renovations, also one of the top sponsors here in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Well, try to say that fast, why don't you, Dave? Ott Renovations for all your home remodeling needs, veteran-owned and operated. When you need something fixed, look no further than Ott Renovations. Also, a big shout out to iRacing League Calculator, last week's sponsor at Dover in the IRLC Concrete Clash 100. We've seen one heck of a race last Wednesday night. I'm sure tonight's not going to leave any doubt in our mind. These truck drivers are about their business, and they're about to fire things off here in the Pro Cup 135 tonight from Chicagoland Speedway. Drivers will receive the checkered flag and be called to pit road, and we'll jump high above the track for just a moment. Let these drivers work their way through final pre-race inspection and get ready to hit the starting grid here tonight. 23 drivers making the trip here to Chicagoland. 23 drivers looking to get to victory lane. Matt Horton came into tonight's race sitting tied for second in that championship. 15 drivers tied at 1,000 points. Horton grabbing the pole position, and he's going to look to continue his good run. He's going to see if the qualifying pace translates over into race pace here tonight for his 89 Chevy Silverado. He's got 2 Tundras right behind him. We'll get a little bit closer, head down trackside. What do you say we join the drivers on the track? As you hear those familiar bells begin to toll in the background, you know the sound, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Pro Cup 135. Right here to kick things off in the playoffs with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Starting inside row number 1, driver of the 89 Chevy Silverado, Matt Horton. 64 of Justin Patillo just to his outside. Back in row number 2 tonight, 17 of Cody Brown and a 23 of Mark Parkhurst. Tyler Bellinger and David Pugh round down row number 3. Row number 4 here tonight, 77 of Tyler Woodard and John G in that 41. Todd Cleek, John Garrett will round out your top 10. Brendan Pamitat in the 48 inside row number 6, just to his outside, the 55 of Nathan Estep. Row number 7 here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway, the 86 of Jonathan Golden, followed by the 84 of Tyler Rex. Kyle Harbin, Brian Parker back in row 8. Row number 9 here tonight, Guy Clem and Zachary Gleek. Brandon Medford, Scott Mayhew back in row 10. Row 11, Dustin Franklin and Juan Yemez. As the pace truck ducks off, we're ready to fire things off. Music begins to fade and the engines come to life. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Chicago. Down into turn number 1, no problems for Horton. He'll put it at the top. Keep it at the top. Patillo following Horton through 3 and 4. Lap number 1 going to go in the books. Tyler Bellinger right there running in 3rd. 4th place is Mark Parkhurst. David Pugh, John G rounds out your top 6. Tyler Woodard, John Garrett back in 8th. Pamitat still sitting up 2 positions now into that 9th position. Side-by-side racing action with Parkhurst just to the inside. I believe that is the 60 of David Pugh. 2, almost 3 wide behind that 88 of Tyler Bellinger, the rookie, running inside of your top 3. And as we cross the line to begin lap number 3, we'll throw that timing and scoring up for you over to the left-hand side of your screen, making their way back through 1 and back down the backstretch once again. Entire field all still grouped up. Everybody using that draft here tonight. Through 3 and 4, everybody chasing your pole sitter. Matt Horton has led every lap so far here tonight. Back across the line, battle at the front. The 88 of Bellinger goes to the bottom of the track, and he looks to pick up a lap lead. He's going to grab that top position now. Tyler Bellinger, the rookie, at the front of this field. That's going to give us our second race leader, our first lead change here tonight at Chicago. John G and his Eurotech 41 machine back in a top 5 position, looking to the outside now. I believe that is the 60 of Pugh just off in front. Patillo in the 64, listed as the 64, showing up as the factory setups number 20 on track here. Running just in front of John G in that 5th position. John Garrett in the 66 now looks to the inside in his Fort Worth screen printing machine. A lot of Chevy Silverados in this field here tonight. We stay green flag lap number 6, that of the 90 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Playoff race number 1 now underway, and the rookie leads them all. Bellinger at the front of this field. Bellinger looking like he's going to try to walk away here. Beginning to build that gap. Half a second advantage right now between himself and David Pugh, who's up 4 positions. Both of those drivers in the top 2 spots. Up 4 positions so far here tonight. Close to wide racing, almost 3 wide moments ago. There you can see the 23 machine of Mark Parkhurst. He's involved in a hornet's nest here as the 48 of Brendan Pemitat looks to the bottom of the racetrack. The 55 of Nathan Eastep is still trying to battle his way into the top 10. And Kyle Harbin out there in the 34 machine in that other Alabama team. If you understand, you understand. We're just going to say it one time. Roll Tide, but right here, Kyle Harbin making his way up through the field. And that University of Auburn sponsored 34 machine. I cannot say what's on the rear bumper cover just because I just can't bring myself to do it, you know, as an Alabama fan. But, you know, nonetheless, we'll kick it off with something different. Why don't we go back now, check in on the 83 of Brandon Medford. He's looking to the inside of the farm, world number 4. Todd Cleek on the high side, looking to keep that position. Oh, and contact! Contact, Medford keeps it straight. Cleek into the outside wall. We stay green. Oh, man, and Todd Cleek, he is well down on power now. 130 miles an hour. He is well off of pace. A lot of damage on that C4 for Todd Cleek in the Farm World machine. Tough break. His F-150 gonna need a little bit of work when he eventually comes to pit road. We'll jump back up through this field. Tyler Woodard right there knocking on the door of the top 5. He's trying to run back down. John Garrett in the 66, who's just off in front. Harbin giving him all he's got right there, running in 7th. Nathan Eastep still in tow. Brandon Pemitat and John G in the 41 machine rounds out your top 10. The Eurotech truck driver trying to get a little further up in the running order. Started in the 8th position, has lost 2 positions. Will the 41 be able to make his way closer to the top 5? A little bit of a stack up right here, running behind the 77, Tyler Woodard. A little bit of a moving roadblock, it looks like right now. 34 with a big run on the high side. 55 will stay with him. He's going to get the push. The Circle B die-cast. 55 of Nathan Eastep looks like he's going to try to take a position as well. And that 77 has got to be careful. Cannot leave that door open on the high side. That looks to be the preferred lane here. 13 laps into the night's Pro Cup. 135 right here from Chicagoland Speedway. Something unique to this big track. There's no true real straightaway. Even the backstretch, a little bit curved. Drivers got to make sure they don't catch themselves sleeping and get stuck on that outside wall, scraping the right side down the backstretch. You will give up a ton of time and scrub a ton of speed, as we've got more drivers side by side. 84 of Tyler Rex. Looking to the outside of the Goose Graphics, 23 machine of Mark Parkhurst. Parkhurst was well up inside of your top 10, has since dropped 7 positions, now sits in 11th. The Pro Cup Experience sponsored 84 machine of Tyler Rex making his way back across the stripe. Rex looking to break into the top 10, sits in 12th right now. As we cross the line, lap number 15 underway. We'll jump back around the track, back up to the front, because we've had a pass for the race lead once again. Matt Horton going to take that top spot back just 1 lap ago, and now the 20 making his way. I apologize, that's the 64 of Justin Patillo down on the bottom of the racetrack for Patillo showing up on track with the 20, but we've got him listed as the 64. We'll try to keep that in the back of our minds as we continue. Green flag racing here from Chicagoland Speedway. The factory setups number 64. Looking for second, close off of turn 2. 88 will keep the spot for now. Jump around the track once again just a little bit. Let's see what we can see out there. The rookie giving them all they can handle at the front of this field. Kyle Harbin still trying to break away from this pack of truck drivers. These 4-5 drivers have been nose to tail for the past about 10 to 12 laps. They have been all over each other. Harbin finally making his way by that 77 of Tyler Woodard with help from Nathan Eastemp, the 55 Circle B diecast Chevy Silverado help push past that 77. Luckily enough, Woodard was able to slam the door closed, not giving a position to Brandon Pamitat, who's now running back in 9th. 41 right there still in his Eurotech sponsored Chevy Silverado. Mark Parker starting to make his way back into the mix once again. There you can see the nose of the 23. And Tyler Rex also right there. I tell you what, while we've got these drivers all stacked up running with each other, why don't we jump and take a look off of the tail end of one of these machines? Why don't we take a look now? Back off of the tail end row. We'll get a forward shot. What do you say on the hood here? Hood camera on board with Brandon Pamitat all over the tail end of that 77. Tyler Woodard trying to keep pace, trying to stay in the draft, trying to keep the momentum. You can hear these drivers having to lift, feather the throttle a little bit here tonight. Not able to just go full bore, all out, just pedal to the metal nonstop. You do gotta feather, you do gotta be a little bit easy on the gas. You gotta watch the tail end of the car, and especially watch that aero push. Dirty air very big in the corners here at Chicagoland. Back outside of the car, we'll take a look around the track once again. Let's see what we see back at the front. Tyler Eastep running in that 7th position. Front of the field battle still raging on for 2nd and 3rd. The 88 of Tyler Bellinger and Justin Patillo going at it. The 64 down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get his Toyota Tundra back into that 2nd position. We'll jump and take a little look off of the tail end. What do you say? There you go. There's one of our rear deck lid cameras here on board with Tyler Bellinger in the fast Ford F-150. Up 3 positions. Bellinger sits in 2nd. All 3 manufacturers represented at the front of this field. Chevy, Ford, Toyota, all 1, 2, 3. David Pugh, your next fast Ford in the field. He sits back in that 4th position, and we're going to jump back outside of the car, back outside of the truck once again, head back to this big battle that's continued to rage on. These 6-7 drivers have been locked up running with each other. You get a little bit of leapfrog action here and there, as now Pamitat has made his way by John G in that 41 Eurotech machine. Looking to take a spot now from Pamitat, or I apologize, looking to take Pamitat looking to take a position away from Tyler Woodard at 77, almost into the outside wall, as Pamitat drops back down to the bottom of that pink and black 48 Chevy Silverado, looking for yet another spot. Will make the pass for the time being, but the draft will prevail on the outside back down into turn 3. But this is where Pamitat's able to gain. He doesn't have to worry about feathering that throttle so much because he's down on the bottom of the racetrack all by himself. Gonna look to sniff a little bit of side draft and a little bit of a pull back down the front stretch and into turn number 1 side by side. Here comes the 55. He wants to drop to the bottom of the racetrack. He's trying to make a position up and get around that 34 of Kyle Harbin. Continue to watch this battle just outside of your top 5. We've got our eyes on that timing and scoring up at the front. Nothing much going on for your race leader, Matt Horton, who's stepping away to over a half a second advantage. The big battle is for second between Tyler Bellinger and the 64 of Justin Patillo. Patillo still sits in third, still trying to take that spot away. And still trying to take the position right here is that 48 of Brandon Pamitat. Now that outside lane really starting to show up, really starting to work, and Pamitat is losing some ground. Back at the front of this little skirmish, there you see that 34 of Kyle Harbin. He's got the Circle B diecast 55 all over him. Nathan Estep not giving him any slack, not showing him any mercy right here, pushing him into the corners at times as we make our way around the track here. Lap number 26 out of 90 underway. Clean and green all night long so far. Although we have had a few drivers have a little bit of trouble. The 4 of Todd Cleek caught up and involved with Brandon Medford. Those two drivers came together. Unfortunately, bearing the brunt of that contact was the 4 of Todd Cleek in his C4 Ford F-150, and he's had to come to pit road back on lap number 10, 17 laps ago, so he's got a little bit fresher tires, but he's got a lot more damage to work out on that Ford as he sits first driver 1 lap down here tonight in that lucky dog position. And there goes your race leader Horton to pit road. Bellinger follows, but Tilo stays out. And it looks like we may have had some trouble coming to pit road. I believe the 84 went around coming to pit road. I believe Tyler Rex may have had some problems getting to pit road. We're going to let the green flag cycle play itself on out here for just a lap or two. With Patillo coming to pit road and Estep taking over, that's going to be our 5th lead change of the night amongst 4 separate drivers. Everybody going to have to be careful. Oh my goodness. Coming off of pit road. That was very close for the 89 of Matt Horton, who pitted from your race lead. He is now listed off of the lead lap. First driver 1 lap down, but will receive his lap back as the 55 of Estep heads to pit road. Races on now for Matt Horton. Can he get himself around and back to the front of this field before the rest of the drivers get up to speed? Justin Patillo on his way off of pit road trying to get up to speed, but there's the 64. Gonna be no match, and he's gonna lose a little bit of ground here. When I say a little, he's going to be about, I don't know, a good 1.5, almost 2 seconds back after this first round of green flag pit stops. With the green flag pit cycle underway, or already completed, we should say, let's go back. Let's check that replay. Can we get that queued up? Do we got that one? getting a thumbs up on that one. Let's go see what happened to Tyler Rex coming to pit road. Oh, and just into the back of the 23. And then stacking it up. John G's going to catch a piece of this one. Oh, and missing the commitment cone to the pit road cone. Oh, no. The 84 as well as that 41. They may have themselves a penalty to have to deal with. We'll jump back up to the front with your race leader once again. Your pole sitter, Matt Horton, takes the top spot back once again and gives us our 6th lead change of the evening. Justin Patillo, closest driver to him. 64 machine sitting 1.5 seconds back. Tyler Bellinger, the rookie, in his fast Ford F-150. The 88 sits in third, almost 5 seconds behind Brendan Pamitat. How about the jump for this man? Pamitat up 7 positions. He was outside of your top 7 before the round of green flag pit stops began. And now Pamitat has found a way inside of your top 5. That 48 now sits in 4th. And after the round of green flag pit stops, field kind of spread out just a little bit. Drivers beginning to settle into some gaps. Brandon Medford, trouble earlier here tonight inside of your top 10. Now up 11 positions, knocking on his rear bumper is Brandon Estep. David Pugh right there also not too far off. There's that 55 of Estep trying to take that position away from Medford as Dustin Franklin made short work of Medford, moved Franklin to 8th. Just about 10 laps away from the halfway point here tonight in these Colonial Clash Racing Series. Drunk drivers have been pounding the pavement clean and green all night long so far here tonight in the Pro Cup 135 from Chicagoland Speedway. Playoff race number 1 here in season number 2. Your top 16 drivers all fighting for the opportunity to head to Iowa next week and continue their run for the championship here in season number 2. Catch all the action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Show them that you enjoy all the great green flag action provided to you week in, week out, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network on Wednesday nights. Checking through the timing and scoring, and how about the run there through the green flag pit cycle, gaining a ton of time. Those top 2 drivers, Matt Horton and Justin Patillo, sitting 1-2 on track, walked away from qualifying a 1-2 as well. They have got themselves over a 10-second buffer back to the rookie Tyler Bellinger in that 88. There you can see Bellinger heading down into pit, down into turn number 3 this time around. A lap machine up at the top of the speedway. 77 of Tyler Woodard looks like he may have some problems, or that may very well be the 37, I believe, possibly at the top of the no, and that is the 77. What has happened with that 77? There you can see him now sitting in the 8th position, scored in the 8th position, losing a ton of ground here. Ooh, way up the track. Way up the track that time by for the 55 of Nathan Estep, almost into that outside wall. Scott Mayhew making his way around him on the bottom of the racetrack. we've got company at the front. Your race leader, Matt Horton, making his way around the start-finish line this time by lap number 40. Now underway, we've got lap traffic in front, and Patillo closing in from behind. Justin Patillo in that 64 Toyota Tundra. Tell you what, why don't we go inside the cockpit here? Let you feel some of the banking at Chicagoland Speedway. As we go on board with that 64 Toyota Tundra, there you see race leader off in front, lap car to the top. And he is getting closer. He is there. We do want to take a moment to say we appreciate each and every one of the drivers and crews out there allowing us to take some time and attach some cameras in and around the cars right here just above the driver's right shoulder, looking through the windshield, getting a real-time view of what these drivers see and feel. Look at all the bumps through these corners, and Tilo holding a pretty wheel here tonight. Running down your race leader. He's got one lap fresher tires. I'm not quite sure if it's the fresh tires that have made that big of a difference, or if Horton may have used his up a little bit early in this run, trying to ensure that he got himself a good gap when he got back up to speed. We're about 10 laps or so away from our second round of green flag pit stops. So as the factory setups, number 64 of Patillo has closed in on your race leader. Going to be a battle first and second on the speedway. Battle going on run around that fifth position as well. The 47 of Dustin Franklin dealing with the 83 of Brandon Mefford. They're going to swap and switch that position around a handful of times. Tyler Bellinger going to fall all the way back outside of your top five. Bellinger was running inside of your top three for quite a time here tonight, and now it looks like that rookie Ford driver having some trouble with mid-race pace. 88 now down 4 positions back to 9th. Hot and heavy battle for the race lead. Horton at the bottom, Patillo at the top. Off of turn 4, back across the stripe once again. We'll begin lap number 45 here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway, back down into turn number 1. There you can see these drivers stacking it up, mixing it up with each other, coming right at you, right into your living rooms, everybody. Clean and green still here tonight. Handful of drivers with a little bit of trouble. And there it is, pass for the race lead, your new race leader at the front of this field inside that factory setups Toyota Tundra. Patillo takes the top spot. He'll get back to the front of this field. That's going to bring us our 7th lead change of the night. Patillo leading a handful of laps as we got ourselves underway with the green flag pit cycle. The Outrun Esports Factory setups Toyota TRD Fort Worth screen printing Toyota Tundra running well here tonight. Unloaded fast and has been fast all night long, whether we were in happy hour qualifying or our short little warm-up. Drivers better take notice. Patillo, he ain't come to play around here tonight in Chi-Town. Not going to be shy about it. Let's go back to this battle right here. There you can see the 47, 83, and 60 all going at it, all trying to run down that 48 of Brendan Pamitat. All 4 of these drivers on to pit road back at lap number 28, so they'll be able to go at least another 10 laps or so. Shouldn't have to see these truck drivers to pit lane till somewhere around lap number 55. We would expect them to, come to pit road and right across the nose. Ooh, that could have been pretty bad right there. That was pretty close. Back a little further through the field, yet another battle here on track. And the Fort Worth screen printing cookout sponsor number 66, John Garrett, looking for position on Brian Parker. Parker running now in the 13th position as the rookie heads the pit road. Bellinger switching around the strategy. And here comes race leaders closing in on that battle for 14th and 15th. Right up the track goes the 67. Here comes the 23. Mark Parkhurst listed off of the lead lap. He's already been to pit road for his second stop. Can the Goose Graphics 23 machine pull a fast one on this field and get himself up through the running order with the short pit heading to pit road before anybody else came down and thought about it? The 23 of Parkhurst sitting in 18th position for the time being, listed 2 laps down. Handful of drivers off of the lead lap. John Garrett right there in that 66. Just went 1 lap down. John G in the 41 going to be next on the list. Let's go up here and ride with the driver inside of his 41. What do you say we take a little look at him in his office getting the job done right over the right shoulder. Pretty clear track here in front of John G. He's got his Eurotech machine looking fast here tonight, knocking on the door of a top 10. 41 back in 11th. Bellinger with the fresh tires. He's going to lay down the fastest lap of the race now. All the way outside of your top 15, however, down multiple laps here after coming to pit road for his second green flag stop. Bellinger will look to come through the field with some fresh good years. He's going to look to make up a handful of ground as we've got more drivers to pit road. 36 of Brian Parker going to head to pit road this time around. Let's jump to a battle for 4th and 5th. We've got side-by-side action right here, 4th, 5th, 6th. All going at it with each other. There you can see Guy Clem, top of the speedway, 37 truck, down multiple laps here. Clem down 4 laps. He's got fresh tires, but is still down multiple laps here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway in the Procore 135. Past the halfway point here tonight, we have been clean and green since the drop of the initial flag here for tonight's Pro Cup 135, sponsored by Pro Cup Racing Experience. Pro Cup Racing Experience providing an exciting real-life opportunity to drive a real race car that has competed in today's top stock car series around the country on the fastest tracks around. If you're looking to get yourself behind the wheel and catch some of the feel, look no further than Pro Cup Racing Experience. You can find them down in the description. Click the link and head right over to the website, or head on over to www.procuprace.com. Pro Cup Racing Experience, procuprace.com. Patillo stays out on track still. He's going to extend this fuel run at least the same 28 laps that he was out there for the initial run here tonight. And what a run this has become. Matt Horton back to pit road back 2 laps ago. He's looking to pull the undercut as well, listed off of the lead lap, 1 lap down, sitting in 11th. As these drivers have been pounding the pavement clean and green all night long, we are now down to just 8 drivers to pit, 8 drivers on the lead lap. As race leader Patillo heads to pit road, what does the 34 of Kyle Harbin do? Harbin gonna stay out, so he'll get himself at least a 1 lap lead point here tonight. He's gonna be our fifth different race leader, 8th lead change here tonight. David Pugh in the 60 and 55 of Nathan Estep all stay out on track. Pamitat, Franklin, Baker, and John G all to pit road this time by, the 34 may be out of gas. 34 is out of gas on the bottom of the track. He is wiggling that machine, and he is out of fuel. 60 of David Pugh, he's going to save it to the end and get himself back to pit road. He had the top spot for a moment. Now a Nathan Estep in the 55 will take the top spot away. A quick 2 lead changes here in the final few laps of this second round of green flag pit stops. That's going to put us right at the 10 lead change mark here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway. Eating things up in Chi-Town tonight with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. You're watching the Pro Cup 135. 14.5-second advantage right now for that 55 of Nathan Estep, but he is still going to have to pull to pit road, banking, hoping, wishing for a late race caution, allowing him to keep that top spot and pull drivers back down to pit lane. As we look through the timing and scoring, both drivers at the front of this field, Nathan Estep and John Garrett. Both of those drivers yet to come to pit road. They are the only drivers yet to make their second round of green flag pit stops. And we are now with just 31 laps remaining. That's going to be it. Drivers are only going to have to pit this one more time. And I think this 55 may be playing a fuel strategy. I think this may be the last time we see him on pit road. Estep gives up the top spot to pull to pit lane. We're going to jump back now to this. Man, that's going to take back over the race lead back to the point, back to the front of the field is Justin Patillo. He'll take the top spot away from Matt Horton. Horton struggling now, has gained some time though. He has gained some time coming to pit road 2 laps sooner. If you remember, that gap was well over the 5-second mark. And now Horton beginning to reel him back in. And here he goes. That ticker, the timing going the wrong way right now for Matt Horton. Your race leader has struggled with mid-race pace. And now it looks like we should see a green flag run to the end of tonight's race. Less than 30 laps remaining here in the Pro Cup 135. 90 laps scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Lap number 63 goes on the board this time by. And as those final few drivers head to pit road to round out the second run of green flag pit stops, what do you say we run down some driver highlights and spotlights here tonight in the first playoff race here in season number 2, Chicagoland Speedway in the Colonial Clash Racing Series Pro Cup 135. Your race leader, front of the field. Inside of that 64 machine, Justin Patillo getting the job done, representing that factory setups crew well here tonight. He's got his Toyota Tundra looking fast, looking good, and looking clean at the front. Patillo leads. Driver led a handful of laps here tonight, walked away with the pole position. Matt Horton in the 89 Chevy Silverado running in that second position. He's going to need some help, in my opinion, to get himself back up there with a shot to overtake Justin Patillo for that top spot and give himself a fighting chance at the checkered flag. Running well, running strong, running fast. But Horton has lost a little bit of ground. Matt Horton runs in second. We'll jump over the 41 of John G, who is making his way into the picture. There you can see John G as now Matt Horton heading to pit road. This is going to be his final stop, and may have been a little bit fast. things going to get a little bit mixed up here as we've got drivers back down the pit road. The Claremont, New Hampshire native, Tyler Bellinger, the rookie, back inside of your top 5, back inside of your top 3. The 88 looks to have a solid run here tonight. Bellinger now into second as we've got more green flag pit stops underway. Brendan Medford going to pull the pit road. Justin Patillo also going to come down to pit road. So as this running order gets a little bit shaken up once again, I mean, we just seen drivers to pit road, and they're coming right back down, getting the final bit of fuel they need to run this thing out to the end. Tyler Bellinger, rookie, front of the field, 24 laps to go. What a run, race fans, here tonight for playoff race number 1 in season 2 for the Colonial Clash Racing Series. The Pro Cup 135 has not disappointed one bit here tonight. If you like what you see, if you enjoy what the guys on the track are doing here tonight, show them some love and appreciation. As always, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, possibly one of the many sponsors here, not only with the channel or the league and series, maybe one of the driver sponsors out there as well. We do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Each and every time you do. Without you, there would be no us. So again, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Clean and green racing all night long, knocking on the door of just 20 laps to go. We've got fuel strategies in play. We've got tire strategies in play. And we've got playoff positions on the line. All coming down to the wire here tonight in the Pro Cup 135. When will Bellinger pull it to pit road, or will he risk it and try to make it all the way to the end? Parkhurst, Pamitat, Mayhew to pit road. John Garrett, Brandon Medford, Kyle Harbin, John G, Scott Baker, Brian Parker, Todd Cleek. Everybody has basically headed down pit road for their final stop of the night. Just a handful of drivers yet to come back down pit road, and it looks like really just Tyler Bellinger and I believe David Pugh sitting back there in that top, in the 5th position for now. As Dustin Franklin pulls to pit road, the 47 will give up some track position. And, excuse me, oh my goodness. In time is now Bellinger also going to call it quits, and he'll head to pit road. 12 seconds in. Closing is Batillo, long way down pit road, and just like that, back to the point once again is Tyler Batillo. Where is Matt Horton? You seen him come to pit road. You seen him try to take advantage of an undercut. How close has he been able to make his way back to the front? And Horton not closing in quite enough. 19 laps now remaining as the 89 now sits in 3rd. Because the 55, the wily man inside of that Circle B die-cast machine, has come to pit road 5 laps sooner and found himself a little bit closer to your race leader. Nathan Estep sits in 2nd, up 10 positions from where he started here tonight. Fastest lap of the race going to be turned in this time around by that 11 of Zachary Cleek. Pretty quiet night for this gentleman right here on track. Kind of all alone, kind of all by himself. Looks like selling the truck. Looks like he needs a little bit of help to finish out. Well, not just the paint scheme and the ramp, but it looks like he needs a little help filling out the fenders on this 11. What do you say, race fans? Why don't we go ahead, get things chipped in and shipped over there to that 11 crew, get them fixed up for next week's race at Iowa. We'll see if Zachary Cleek is still selling that machine or whether or not he's got a fresh new custom wrap. Jump around the track once again. What do you say? We go around. There's the 77 of Tyler Woodard. Woodard was running very well here tonight, qualified very well here tonight, inside of the top 10, now listed way outside of your top 10, outside of your top 15, all the way back in the 19th position here tonight. Big time trouble in playoff implications for the driver. 3 laps down to that Chevy Silverado. Tyler Woodard back in 19th. 15 laps to go. David Pugh on his way up through the field. Pugh sitting in the 12th position, battling with the 56 of Scott Mayhew. They'll swap that spot back and forth. As last time around, Brandon Medford was able to make a pass on John Garrett for the 6th position on the speedway. Medford looking to make his way up through the field. 47 of Dustin Franklin, last to pit road on lap number 70. He's got some of the freshest tires out there on the track. Right there, nipping at the heels, side-by-side battle back into turn number 3. And Dustin Franklin and Brandon Medford going at it here, 2.2 seconds behind Tyler Bellinger, the 88, with the freshest tires on track. Will he have enough time to make that distance up? I mean, 16 and a half seconds. That's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for him to get up there and take those spots away. And whoa, what has happened? We had a little bit of a moment there. Looked like Patillo had a little bit of an electrical issue, a little bit slow for a moment, but back at the top of the speed charts, no problems. We'll go check in on him. Looks like he is running well. No problems to really speak of. As your race leader begins to close in on lap traffic. And it's not just lap traffic, it's lap traffic battling for position. Trying to keep himself on the lead lap is that 48 of Brandon Pamitat. Drivers just in front of Pamitat, trying to keep themselves 1 lap down and in a lucky dog position. So a lot of different aspects closing in on the final few laps here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway in the Pro Cup Experience. Racing Experience 135. What a run, what a night. Green flag action all night long. What is it, 79 laps straight. Green flag racing for these drivers. What a run here tonight. I don't know if you know anything about racing, but this long of a green flag stretch, wow. And I hear you hard out there. Don't forget to drink water. Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of happens sometimes. And when you've got great side-by-side racing action to talk about all night long, green flag racing, flag to flag so far here tonight, you kind of don't have very many opportunities to sneak a sip in here or there. We'll have enough time to sneak a sip in whenever we head to the post-race interviews here, because we've got less than 10 laps to go off of turn 4. Back across the stripe, your race leader, 7.3 7-second advantage. Justin Patillo in that 64 Toyota Tundra has stepped away, and it is almost a for-sure thing here. We never want to count the chickens before the eggs hatch, because you never know what might happen, especially if we get one of those pesky late race cautions. But the front of this field, your top 5, all gapped up, all spread out, all the way back to the 7th position. John Garrett, Mark Parkhurst, closest drivers battling for position on the lead lap. We've got a battle of drivers one lap down. We'll head to this close battle as John G looking to put his 41 machine up in front of a handful of drivers. He was able to get by the 34 of Kyle Harbin last time around, now working over the rear bumper of Scott Mayhew. Mayhew in that 56, not too far off in front, very doable. Will we see that Eurotech 41 with the fresher tires make his way up in battle that 56? Coming off of the corner exit, back across the line once again. There you see John G trying to just hold on and maintain that 11th position. Kyle Harbin breathing down his neck. Will that 34 machine be able to make his way a little bit closer to a top 10 finish? They've got to make up about a 1.3 second disadvantage now to that 56 of Scott Mayhew, who rounds out your top 10. How about this, man? We got to give this guy a big shout out here tonight. He is down 2 positions from where he qualified, but the 23 of Mark Parkhurst had a very eventful race. He was down outside of your top 10, outside of your top 15 at one point in time. Almost fell 1 lap down, but due to pit strategy, what a great call by the crew chief down there on the box, was able to get him back up in the running order and well inside of your top 10. Mark Parkhurst just outside of your top 5, running in 6th. The final few laps remaining here tonight from Chicagoland Speedway for this man right here. Justin Patillo has absolutely walked away from the rest of the field over a 6-second advantage with 3 laps remaining. Smooth sailing, smooth on the throttle. Got to keep a pretty wheel for just a handful more laps. Only about 3 more minutes or so, and we will see if that factory setup's Toyota TRD machine can park itself in victory lane. Patillo back across the line. Popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps to go. Just 2 laps to go. No battles to speak of here, as we are now down to these final moments in tonight's playoff race number 1 in the Colonial Clash Racing Series and the Pro Cup 135 here tonight. Off of turn 4, close to the outside wall. Gonna have to be careful though. White flag flies. Final lap here from Chi-Town. And again, race fans, if you haven't already, drop these drivers a thumbs up. Show them some love. I mean, flag to flag, green flag action right here at Chicagoland Speedway. 90 laps, straight green flag racing action, side-by-side action. Took a complete almost 3 green flag pit cycles to really stretch this field out. Job well done to Justin Patillo, who drifts it through the corner. Talking about celebrating, giving the fans, and overstepping the boundaries. That's going to make some of the fabricators mad. And looks like he may take it a little bit easier getting back to the front stretch in victory lane. Man, what a job. What a night here tonight for the driver. Now smoking. Looks like he may have popped that engine a little bit. Justin Patillo will come around and enjoy his post-race celebrations here with the Pro Cup 135 in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We're going to take a quick commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews, and I absolutely agree. Amazing drift. Just kind of lost it there at the end. Oh boy, here we go again. You know, looks like the truck being down on power just won't get it done. He'll give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show, and we'll step away and come right back. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back track side here at Chicagoland Speedway. What a night. What an absolute barn burner of a race. We had side-by-side racing action. Great pit strategy by multiple different drivers, paying off for some good finishes here tonight, ensuring their way into the next round of the playoffs. Mark Parkhurst with a 2-stop race strategy walked away with the top 10 back in the 6th spot. No, it's not the top. Maybe he wanted it a little bit further, but hey, he parlayed that thing right into round number 2. And it looks like our podium drivers with some prior obligations and contract stipulations that they needed to go fulfill here tonight. So unfortunately, not going to be able to catch up with your top 3 here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway in the Pro Cup 135. But we still got some more things to run down. We'll see if we can't catch in a word with a few of them in just 1 second. Let's get to the running order real quick here tonight. Walking away with that top spot in the Pro Cup 135 is that 64 of Justin Patillo, Matt Horton. Right behind him, Nathan Estep in 3rd, Tyler Bellinger, Brandon Medford Parkhurst gonna walk away in 6th here tonight. How about Dustin Franklin? John Garrett will move from the track in 8th, Brandon Pamitat back in 9th, Scott Mayhew in 10th. John G gonna walk away from the track in 11th, 12th here tonight to Kyle Harbin. David Pugh right there in that 60 machine walks away 13th, 14th is Brian Parker. Todd Cleek, Tyler Rex, Zachary Cleek, and Scott Baker back in 18th, 19th tonight to the 77 of Tyler Woodard and Guy Clem. Jonathan Golden round out the running order here tonight, and it looks like giving ourselves a little bit of time to run through the unofficial race results, it looks like we may have gained an opportunity to talk with the driver that walked away second here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up your pole sitter, the man that walked away second here tonight from Chicago. Matt, it's Dave. You got me? Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight? You walked away second. I know you would have much rather had first, but hey, you're in the next round.
Yeah, winning would have been nice. Justin just had a better strategy than me, but yeah, all that really mattered in this race was getting to the next round, and that's what we were able to accomplish today.
Well, walk us through a little bit of the race strategy, because we seen you come down to pit road, and then it was I want to say about 5 to 6 laps later, you came to pit road for that third and final stop. Was there any discussion on the radio at maybe coming a little bit sooner, or did you have to wait for that fuel window to open?
I waited until we could go the rest of the way on fuel, and then I went a few more, and just in case we got a caution, and there might have been some greenway checkers, so that's why that was in the decision on the last pit stop.
Well, Matt, you walked away with some points for leading a lap, walking away with the pole position. You finished the race here in second, so securely into the next round of the playoffs. As we move forward, what's your thoughts on these final 2 races ahead?
I'm not terribly confident at Iowa, but hopefully we can put together a good finish there and get to the final 4, in which I am confident at Phoenix. So if I get to Phoenix, I like my chances.
All right, my man. Well, we'll be looking to catch up with you at Phoenix. But before we let you go here tonight from Chicago, would you like to give any shout out, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Just shout out to all the people who put this league together. This is honestly one of the more enjoyable leagues that I run. Great people. It's not toxic at all. So shout out to everybody in this league. And yeah, that's it.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the great night here at Chicago, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Walking away second here tonight. He walked away with multiple laps led, walked away with the pole position as well. The 89 of Matt Horton moseys right on in to that second round of the playoffs. He'll still have a shot at making it to Phoenix. Horton is going to have to tackle Iowa next week, next Wednesday night, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And now let's see if we can't go to the driver that walked away with the top spot here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up that 64. Justin, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Gotcha, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you? You're the one in victory lane.
It was great, man. I'm happy we got the first dub of the playoffs, so that worked out really good. But overall, it was a great race. I can't believe we went green the whole time, but it was a good time.
Well, you came into tonight's race leading the point standings, a 5-point advantage over everybody. How secure were you coming into tonight? How safe did you feel heading here to Chicago?
Honestly, after the run we had at Dover, we had a horrible run, and I'm like, this is not going to be good if I get the strategy mixed up. So I'm glad that worked out good, and we were on the right strategy, and we got the win, so it worked out really good.
Well, things definitely working out and going your way this season. You'll head off into round number 2 with a little bit of a momentum. Hopefully it stays on your side. Justin, we know you got a lot of other sponsor activities that you got to get to here post-race, so we won't keep you much longer. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at your shop?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Forward Screen Printing for always supporting me. Everybody at Factory Setups. It's a fun little joke of a team, but it's always a good time, thanking them. But everybody on my Twitch channel and everybody that does this broadcast, thank you so much.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on yet another race win. I believe that's going to be your 5th on the year. We'll see if you can't make it 6, maybe 7 by the time we're done.
Heck yeah, thank y'all.
All right, there you go. Justin Patillo's got to get off to some more prior obligations here after walking away with the checkered flag once again, parking it in victory lane for the 5th time this season. What a run it's been for Patillo. And I believe we've got another driver down there on pit road. Why don't we go ahead? Can we get him? I think we can dial him up. Let's see if we can't catch a quick word with a good old buddy right here. Brendan Medford, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, long time no talk. How you doing? How you feeling after gaining 14 positions in tonight's race and walking away with a solid top 5?
Honestly, I don't like finishing 5th, but that was a win for me after the race I had, and I screwed up qualifying, had to start from the back, and got some netcode there early on, and fell back even further. So for that to go green and come back with a top 5, I'm feeling really good.
Well, Brandon, top 5. I'm not quite sure how the points are going to end up shaking out, but with a solid top 5 here tonight, I do believe that's going to be good enough to secure your position in the next round of the playoffs. I believe you will make that top 8 cutoff. Hopefully I don't eat my words for it, but let's say you do. How do you feel about next week's race?
Now, next week we head to Iowa, and that track either loves me or hates me. I really like it a lot, but it tears up tires, so it's going to be a long race. And with this group of guys, man, they don't have too many cautions, so it's going to be a tough race. I feel like I can make the next round there, but I don't want to talk too soon. These guys are pretty good.
Well, man, you better start packing an Easter basket and sending some roses out there to some of the track workers at Iowa. You might need a little help. Those are your words, not mine, but hey, you never know. You may be able to sweet talk them into something. Brandon, as always, man, a pleasure to catch up with you whenever we can. Great race for you and your 83 crew here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, Dave, I want to thank you for coming on board in this series, and you know, coming here mid-season right before the playoffs and taking this over. You do a great job. Glad to have you over here. So thanks for that. And then I want to thank everybody here in this series. These guys took me in, one race in, and it's been a blast ever since. Great group of guys. So I want to thank everybody that races in this. And then, as you know, my Falcon Motorsports team, they're the ones that got me as fast as I am. So I thank them, and then of course my wife and family, and then lastly Zoe's place. Place that is here in Greenfield, Indiana, close to home. Helps a lot of children out, and it's near and dear to my heart. So shout out to them as well, and then any fans that are listening, thanks for tuning in. It's been fun.
All right, Brandon. Well, again, man, great solid top 5 run here tonight, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you at Phoenix.
All right, Dave. See you, bub.
All right, there you have it. Brandon Medford, one of the drivers up 14 positions here tonight. Solid night for that 83. And that's going to do it for us here from the track tonight. What a run. What a race. What a night for the Colonial Clash Racing Series and the Pro Cup 135. Big shout out to all the sponsors here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Big shout out to tonight's race sponsor, Pro Cup Racing Experience. Big time shout out also to Goose Graphics, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Eurotech Machine Solutions, and support the iRacing League Calculator, Red Spoilers, and the Woodard Automotive. Man, what a night, what a race. Round number 1, that's it. It's done. It started tonight, and it's over tonight. It's a 3-race, 3-round run to the championship with the first round already done and over with. We're going to set the grid for next week's race at Iowa. 8 drivers will be left. Which ones will end up in your top 4? Tune in to find out. As always, if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live. And you tune in, turn up with us right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And well, we're going to roll up the cords and head out to Iowa. Hope to see you there, race fans. Until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and as always, we'll meet you in Turn 3.